Please enjoy our feature presentation. The Little Green Dress presents Traditions and Legacies. Today's guest, Darryl Easley. Okay.
Okay.
Hopefully don't hear it. So just tell everybody who you are.
Well, my name is Darryl Easley. I'm from Dayton, Ohio, of course. Went to high school.
That's not Darryl. That's correct.
Yes. So what you need to know?
I need to know like what you've been doing for school. Like I know you write plays. I know you in music.
Yes. Well, I guess we can start off by my journey started in 1989, 31 years ago?
Wow.
When I became the first rap artist from Dayton to be released nationally, hip-hop album. It was called Put Your Mind and Body at Ease. And I was afforded the opportunity back then in 89 and 90 to travel the country with people like MC Hammer, Public Enemy, Heavy D, LL Cool J, Snoop Dogg, and many others. And then that was 89, 90. Then I released another album in 92 called Droppin, Proper and Rugged, where that album pretty much took off pretty well. And that's where the song came out about Gettysburg. I don't know if you remember that.
I do remember that.
Yeah, and that was 92. And then I'm trying to go from then to up to now, you know.
Up to now.
Okay, so after releasing Eavesdropping, it was under a company called Star Trek Records out of Baltimore. After that, let me see, 92, 2002, I started my own record label, and it was called Ohio Funk. And I recorded an album called Ohio Funk, where what I did was I got a chance to record with the Dayton funk legends here. You know, Dayton is known for that funk.
Wow.
So what I did is I recorded. Yeah. So what I did was recorded a song with Sugarfoot from the Ohio Players. We did Skin Tight Over. I did.
Skin Tight Over.
Yeah. I did Riding High with Fazzo, Keith Harrison, and Robert Neal and them. I did Slide Over with Slade. The whole band was in the studio. And that album right there is now in the Funk Hall of Fame here in Dayton.
I didn't even know that.
Ever with all of them funk legends on one project. So David Webb said he wanted it in the Funk Hall of Fame. So I was blessed to be able to do something like that. So
you are
yeah, definitely. That was great because I used to travel with Slade back in the day. God bless the dead when Mark Adams and Drac was alive. I used to go on the road with them, Kansas City, Minnesota, and I would open the show up for them rapping, and then I would come back out on Slide and rap for them, hype the crowd up and stuff like that. So I was real cool with them. But then I had to get everybody else together and record songs with them. And then, let me see, that was 2002 when I released that. That was my last hip-hop album. Then after that, that juice was still flowing. I wanted to be able to still be able to write something. And now I look at myself as a writer instead of a rapper. You know, back then I was a rapper. I was young. I did my thing.
So now
when I grew up, I'm like, okay, I don't want to be a 50-year-old rapper, no 30-year-old rapper. So what I did was I started doing spoken word. And I came up with a spoken word called, it was called Spokenition. I used spoken word, but I used definitions to describe the story. Then after that, I wrote my first book, and I became an author.
Okay, now I remember that.
Yeah, I wrote my book called Almost There in 2007, and it was explaining everything I went through in the music industry.
Okay.
And then in 2018, I've got a publishing deal. Well, at first I released the book on my own. You know, I'm the kind of person I like to do stuff on my own. I don't like waiting on nobody. I released my first book on my own. And after I couldn't sell no more, then I got a publishing deal with a company called World Movement Publishing, and now it's worldwide.
Shut up.
You can go to Books Million, all the national outlets, and you can order it.
Okay.
So then, like you said, I became a playwright.
Yeah, tell me about your play.
My first play I ever wrote was called Lord, Why Do Men Cheat? I wanted to get something that could get women's attention.
That got me standing up.
So it's called Lord, Why Do Men Cheat? And because it's an age-old question, for one. And me, I was a serial cheater. I ain't gonna lie. I was a serial cheater. I was a rapper, so back then, you know,
it came with the
territory. So I sat down one day and I was like, man, I wonder why I was the way I was. You know, my father was that way. My father had women. You know, I was like, man, why are a lot of men like this? Why can't we turn down a sexy, beautiful woman? Why is it so hard? So what I did was, it was called Lord, Why Do Men Cheat? And I put Lord in it for a reason, because I wanted to be able to explain why men were the way they are by using stories and scriptures from the Bible.
All right, come on.
You know, Samson and Delilah, you know, David and Bathsheba, you know, and that allowed me to be able to study the Bible as well, because I was looking for stories. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I read the Bible. I never read the whole Bible. But when I would read the Bible, I'm just being honest. This is the kind of show you want me to be honest, right?
Yes.
So I would read the Bible, but then it wouldn't hold my attention. When you get to Job begot so-and-so, so-and begot so-and, and you got to keep reading, and then it just took me out of it, you know. So when I wrote the play, and then it made me study, because I was looking for stories. But looking for stories, that was my way of studying the Bible. So I did that play. Then the second play I wrote was called Two Wrongs Don't Make It Right. And we put it on at the convention center a couple years ago. They did very well.
Okay, now what about that?
I did Lord, Why Do Men Cheat? We did it a couple times at some churches and things like that here in the city and in Cincinnati. And it did pretty well. So then I wrote another play, Two Wrongs Don't Make It Right, and I wanted to do it on a bigger level.
Okay.
So I rented out the convention center. You know, it sold out. It did pretty well. Then I started writing screenplays.
Okay.
You know, when you're a writer, you're a writer. You're a writer. You're a writer. I got your book, and it was very good. So I'm looking for the next book.
You talking about an adult book?
Huh?
Are you talking about an adult book?
Your first book you put out.
Yeah.
I purchased that book from you, and it was real good. So I'm
Thank
waiting
you.
on the next one. I don't know if you have another one yet or not. We haven't talked in a while, so.
I got the sequel.
Is it out now?
It's not out. I just have it.
Okay, well, you got to get it out.
I just have it. Okay, so with all of these things going on, I have to ask you the legacy question.
Okay.
And the legacy question is, if you were to leave the earth today, what would your legacy be, or what would you want it to be?
My legacy. Well, first of all, I can't get away from being the first rapper from Ohio. You know, whenever people say my name, oh, he's the... It was, like I said, 31 years ago. So I know that's going to be a legacy. But the legacy I want to leave is I have 5 kids. I have 4 girls and 1 boy. They're grown.
Okay.
And I started my own business in 2010. It was a transportation service. I worked with individuals with development. And I started a transportation service where I will take them to and from work, to and from their day halves and day services, day programs. And then in 2018, I started my own agency, and it's called the Easley Group Agency. It's over here in Trotwood, where the old Food Town used to be. Right next door. It's called the Easley Group Agency Life Skills Center. And we work with people with individuals with developmental disabilities, and we teach them life skills. You know.
Wow,
Oh, really? Well, tell him to give me a call and I can show him the ropes. I'm the kind of person, I love helping people. I love looking out for people. If I know information, you know information. You know, you got a lot of people that know information and don't want to share it.
And they don't share it.
Why? I don't know, because it's not going to hurt you, but it's going to bless you at the end of the day.
Right.
So I love helping people get involved in this. And so that's what I want my legacy to be, an entrepreneur, businessman. Like I said, you can't take away what I've done in the past. But as of right now, my oldest daughter, Kiana Thompson, she has a business called Kiana's Touch, where she does candles and put your pictures on candles and stuff like that. And she does a lot of parties and party schemes and things like that. And her company is called Kiana's Touch. We got her LLC done, so she's a real company. My other daughter, Christina Moore Easley, she's just started a company called Lady Royalty, where she sells scrub caps to hospitals, and she's in the Herbalife big. And I have a 13-year-old granddaughter named Kiesia, and we just got her business going where she's selling. It's called Kiesia's Cosmetics. And she sells lip gloss, lip balm, chapstick. 13, yeah. So I'm teaching them to be entrepreneurs, to get your own, you know, and hopefully one day all their businesses will explode, because they look up to me as being a businessman and running my own company for over 10 years now. So we all sat down, we got LLCs, and I'm showing them the ropes, and they're doing pretty well. So I'm definitely proud of that.
That is so good.
That's the kind of legacy I want to leave, you know, to my kids. For them.
Up to a great start, because you got all of them have their own businesses, and that's what we need to do, on our own thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That is so wonderful. That is so great. I just want to thank you for coming on here.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
And it's so good to see your face. I'm sure everybody like, wow, she got.
Yeah, I love what you're doing. I really appreciate what you're doing. You know, it's giving people that, you know, vision. You can see it. You know, and I appreciate that. And I thank you for having me on here. And anything you need, let me know.
I will be hitting you up.
I'll be waiting.
All right. Thank you so much, girl.
Thank you.
All right. See you later.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So much for watching. Please like and share The Little Green Dress Presents Traditions and Legacies. Also, click and subscribe to the YouTube channel.